Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photography talks. Today we'll talk about, I saw a recent comparison video where somebody compared a Leica with a very expensive lens to a new phone. And they were comparing pictures and seeing if anybody could tell the difference. And they were saying, so see, the phone is all you need. The phone can do what that Leica can do. You know what it can't do? You can't hold the phone in your hand like this. You can't change out lenses and actually work a camera where you have the form factor. The form factor is missing. To me, that's the part that all of those comparisons miss. And often they end up shooting in perfectly good light. So it's like, well, in perfect light with a small sensor versus a Leica, you can't see much of a difference. But go put that camera in a poor lighting situation where you need a slow shutter and you need to bring in a lot of light very slowly. And good luck with that phone. But there's a lot of these comparisons because I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to find a way to finally say good enough is actually good too. See, I've been shooting all these things with my phone because I don't feel like traveling with my camera. But see, it's not only good enough, it's pretty good. It's not. It's just good enough. This is good. This gives me a form factor I can work with and I can shoot and I can create with. The Leica, the same thing. I don't want to hold a phone. In fact, I swear, this is true. Whenever I shoot phone photos, they're always blurry. The thing is always shaky. The thing doesn't quite, I don't hold it still enough because there's no place to hold it. I'm always jabbing at little buttons and it's a terrible form factor. And they don't talk about that when they do those comparison videos. They don't talk about anything except for those final two images. But they don't talk about what does it mean when you're creating connection with the person you're photographing and how they're perceiving you as a photographer when you're holding up a camera, when you're holding up a Leica versus holding up your phone. I would suspect, and I know it's true, even from my own experience, if I set up a 4x5 camera and I take a portrait of somebody, they connect with me in a way that's way different than if I have a 35mm camera in front of my lens, in front of my face, because the 4x5 I have to put the film in and then I have to stand in front of it and connect with them when I'm going to shoot the photo since I can't shoot through a viewfinder at that point. There's a difference in the form factor in how it connects to the subject. And there's a difference in the form factor in how I work as a photographer. And all of these comparison videos keep taking that out of the equation and just saying, hey, look at the two pictures. You know what? I don't care if they're identical. I don't care if the iPhone is better. It's computational photography. It's not using optics in the way that I like to work. And that's fine if that's what you want. And if you are completely happy with it, to me, it's just good enough. And it's not trying to be excellent. And I want to pursue excellence in photography. And sometimes I need a 300mm lens. And sometimes I need a 20. And sometimes I've got this little 28. I picked up a 28 1.8 at a local sale from a photographer who was closing their studio for all of $50. You have to find those bargains. They're out there. But the idea is I want to work with a camera I can work with. And the phone doesn't let me do that. It might be able to capture a picture. It might be able to create something. But I want something I can create perfect photos with every time and isn't at any limitation once I hit low light or once I hit a place that it's not very good at. I want to be a photographer. I'm not looking for convenience only. It's not that inconvenient to carry this. I throw it over my shoulder everywhere I go. Everybody knows. If I were to show up without it, people would be like, what's going on? And I know. Because I'm the same way. I've actually left the house without it, and I came right back and got it because I'm like, something's missing here. But form factor matters. And all these comparison videos can tout all they want about how great small technology is, computational photography, and we don't need real cameras anymore. But they missed the one point that I think is the most important, is that I want to be a photographer using photographic tools. I want to set up a 4x5 camera for some people. I want to set up a Hasselblad or a medium format camera for some people and some shots. And I want to carry a little Leica in my pocket or a DSLR, and I want to carry a camera. And there's a response that you get when you're connected with the subject, and it does matter. All right, that's today's photography talk. I welcome your comments. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon, and thanks so much for watching. I'll be back next week with another photo talk. Here's the good light.